This next example, I want to show how to take a money amount and add sales tax to that money amount. So currently in San Antonio, the sales tax rate is 8.25%. So what I want to do is prompt the user for a money amount, and the money amount is going to be a floating point. So I either need to use a float or a double, and then I'm going to take that value and figure out what the sales tax is. And once I figure out what the sales tax is, I'm going to add that amount back to the total of the money amount that the user entered. So I'm going to start off by setting up my variables. As you can see, I set up my variables. I have amount in total. Amount is going to be what the user enters. Total is going to be the amount after I added in the sales tax. I created a constant for sales tax, which is 8.25%. Now this is a float, so in order to make a float literal, I'm using this F here. Otherwise, without the F, Java would treat this portion of it as a double. So now that I have my variable set up, I'm going to go ahead and prompt the user for the amount. After I prompt the user, I'm going to store what he enters into amount. So I'm prompting the user for the amount, and then I'm storing the amount that he enters. The next thing I want to do is calculate the sales tax. Before I can calculate the sales tax, I need a variable to hold the sales tax. I'm going to go ahead and create that variable, then I'm going to calculate the sales tax. Now that I've calculated the sales tax, I can go ahead and compute the total. Now the next thing I want to do is display all this information to the user. This is the output I created. I made a title for this receipt and then a line to kind of make it look like a real receipt you get from a store. I have everything labeled: amount, tax rate, tax, total, and then I'm outputting the amount, the sales tax, the tax, and total. You can see that I multiplied sales tax by 100. Now the reason I did that is because if I didn't do that, then the tax rate will display as 0.0825, and I want it to show as 8.25. So let's compile and run this program. So I'm getting prompted for an amount. I'm going to enter $41.65. Here's my output. It doesn't look as nice as I wanted it to look. That's because Notepad++ doesn't use the same width for every character. So these space characters have a smaller width than these number characters. So let's see what this looks like in command prompt. So in command prompt, I'm going to enter the same amount, and you can see this looks a lot nicer. Now this H should be over a little bit more. I guess I didn't do that correctly, but this looks a lot better than what I did in Notepad++.